Welcome back, everybody. It's Saturday morning. I'm Liz. It's Good Morning Vail on TV8, and I'm so happy to have you guys again. We all know the Gandy dancers. Today I have Kevin Danzig and Casey Boyd, the two catalysts of the Gandy dancers, and I love you guys. You have been crazy busy. Really, I don't think you've stopped since last winter.
Yeah, we've been very busy. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, tell us what's going on with your band. I know you have a big album you're about to cut, and you have some things you're going to be doing, playing out, and all the other good stuff. So give us a little update on Gandy Dancers.
Well, Gandy Dancers was really made to be more of an original act in the long run.
Right.
Of course, in order to play in the Vail Valley, you got to do some covers just to kind of appease everybody.
Sure.
But really, there's so much original material, and we've written together, or that I've written over the years, taken from other albums that are Kevin Danzig albums, that we thought, well, we should make an album that's a Gandy Dancer album, because we have enough really strong material now to do that. So
that's really cool. And I know you play guitar and sing, and you are on the banjo.
Yep, and I sing as well.
You do, I know. I've heard you sing, and I've heard you play on the banjo. I've heard you guys. I've been out and about, and you've also both played here before.
Yeah.
So how much fun are you having now that you've connected with Kevin?
Oh, I think it's been the best musical experience I've had since I've been in this valley. It's been
that's
wonderful.
amazing. How long have you been playing the banjo?
I've been playing for 18 years. I started when I was 16.
Oh my God, now we know how old he is. But really, 18, that's a long time.
I know, when you realize that you've been playing more than half your life, it's pretty incredible that I've been playing an instrument that long.
I know, and I have a question for you, because most people pick your basic instruments to start a musical career. You picked the banjo. What made you decide on that? Did you grow up with hee-haw or something?
It's kind of a crazy story. So my dad got a banjo from one of my mom's uncles, and while my dad was trying to learn it, and my mom was pregnant at the time with me, and my mom said I would kick every time my dad. Yeah, my dad was sitting there trying to learn to play, and my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, howdy, like do that again." And I'd kick every time, and then. It's funny, and then, he gave it up, and then after I was born, 16 years later, I ended up being like, man, I really want to learn how to play something, and I remember I heard the banjo, and I was just captivated by it. So I don't know if it was, something that was distilled in me before I was born, I was, destined to play the banjo, so.
I think it happens. I know that when women are pregnant, they play music for their children before they come out, so why not? Maybe you were just born to...
So my dad played the banjo while my mom was pregnant with me, and for some reason that just...
You
set me on a path to play the banjo.
On her belly. I think that's really magnificent. And I know you've been in music for your entire life.
Right. Well, going a bit on that note, when my wife was pregnant with my son, a month before he was born, I sang Moonshadow by Cat Stevens into her belly every night. And then when he was born, he was just squealing like a banshee, and they put him in that little casserole tray and
a casserole tray. Put him on 350 and more, kept him warm.
And he's over there screaming, and I go, I am being followed by a moon shadow. He's like, and then he just falls asleep.
Really? See, there's something quite magnificent about music and women with their pregnancy. And I really just think it starts right there. And, you're ready when you come out. If you are a music person, it's just going to shine right then and there, and it's been shining down on both of you guys for so long. I know you've had an incredible summer. You played so many different places, and it's just been a really fun ride for you guys. Tell us about the studio, what's coming up.
Well, Joe Bianchi has been a friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, and he has a studio in Minturn.
Nice, I know Joe, he's great.
And so I went over there to check it out. It's really nice, state of the art, everything we need. And I've recorded all over the country in different places. And I like to do projects with the people around that community that can come and add little spices here or there, little harmony, little, like mandolin, Joe might add. And that way it creates a community around a certain musical project that when it comes to doing that live, then you can involve all these people in the big production of it, which is the big picture here.
The big picture in your brain. And you know what? There's nothing greater than a group of local musicians getting together and jamming and then forming something that's just pure magic. And I just love that. And the coolest thing about musicians is you can just pop somebody in, and because you know what you're doing, they can just feel the music, get them tuned, and boom, they're playing right along with you.
Well,
that to me is amazing.
Either they do or they don't.
Oh,
you know real quick if they don't. One person
gotcha.
that really gets it is Peter Fontenay, who
he plays with you guys all the time.
He plays bass with us. He's mainly the main bass player that we play with now.
And then you get Brett Gordon too sometimes?
Brett Gordon, occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a very, very successful business that's taking him away, though.
Oh, well, he can play the sax mean.
Oh, he's an incredible sax
Oh,
player.
wow. Can he play the sax?
I didn't even know that. Really? We'll have to maybe get him
How
on
do you
the
not
show.
know that? That's what I know him for.
I know Brent Gordon. That's like all I need to know.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, he's been around forever as well. You guys have been just such a remarkable joy to watch, and you bring a different sound. This is something that, you hear banjo, you're like, dun, 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 dun. It's not like that. I mean,
Right.
That's what I thought.
That's what you thought before you brought him on, but then you realize there's such a wide range. The banjo can play all kinds of formats,
Oh,
right?
yeah. The banjo has been like progressing more and more as we've gotten into the 21st century.
Nice.
And banjo players like Bela Fleck or like Tony Trischka or Noam McKinley have taken the banjo to new heights where, it's being played in jazz, playing classical.
Absolutely.
It's a really beautiful instrument. You can do lots of things on it. Yeah.
And it's not just a twang box like everybody thinks,
Yeah,
and you're not just
twang box.
right. It's not like bang, 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 bang. I mean, well, seriously,
Daddy never sleeps at night.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a squeeze box.
That's a squeeze box. That's different than a twang box.
That's a little bit different, but I have to say that I have seen the evolution of the banjo. When I was growing up, I used to watch Hee Haw, and it was always like
with Roy Clark. And
yes,
Bobby Thompson
look at
playing
you're so
banjo.
young, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
totally.
Well, Roy Clark is an incredible musician. That man can play.
Absolutely.
He was a multiple instrumentalist. He was really amazing.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And then they just brought to light country music. I feel like it kind of kicked off with that.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. And then the cool thing is, like you just said, there's different genres that the banjo. I've never heard the banjo in classical, though. That must be cool.
Yeah, no, if you heard one of Bela Fleck's albums, it's Perpetual Motion.
Yeah.
And it's just classical music with Bela Fleck and all these different classical musicians.
Wow.
It's a really beautiful album. Yeah.
That's outrageous. I now I have to go and treat my brain to something new.
You'll have to listen to it. It's great.
So where are you guys playing next?
Well, we've been doing this thing at the Arabelle. There's a real big patio that looks out over the Eagle Bound Gondola.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful setting, and really good food and drinks. And we've been getting quite a crowd developing there on Sundays. So we'll be there tomorrow and then the following Sunday.
Nice.
From noon to 3, by the way.
Arabelle, noon to 3. I have to say, you guys are great. And you can treat everybody to a couple of songs coming up next break so you can show everybody what you guys are all about. And there's only 2 of you, but your music is so big, they'll be like, wow, that's just 2 guys. And that's what they play. So they can get on out to the Arabelle. And which days is that again?
That's the next 2 Sundays. And the next 2 Fridays at the Westin
Oh, nice.
in Avon. They have Stoke and Rye Restaurant.
Right, they have FAC.
Another big patio. We're really up on these patio things.
Why not?
While they last.
Right, exactly. But that's what summer's all about, being outside, enjoying the beautiful weather, and having a nice libation over at the Westin or the Arabelle. And both are great places, and we just live in such a beautiful spot that can't go wrong. You have the beautiful nature outside, you have the great music, and then, of course, libations and food and all that good stuff. So you can't beat it. What do you guys think? You want to play a couple of songs coming up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a couple of good morning songs for you.
And they're originals.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
From the album we're getting ready to do.
So from the album that's going to be produced very soon through the Gandy Dancers, coming up, a couple of great originals from Kevin and Casey. So stick around, everybody. This is Liz for Good Morning Vail on TV8. We'll be right back.